Hi everyone. Today's reading is going to be about soulmates. Now, it is possible to have more than one soulmate. So if you feel called to pick more than one pile, feel free. But to be clear, this is not a twin flame reading. In twin flame reading, you're only going to have one twin flame. There are multiple potential soulmates out there for you. So again, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, feel free to go for it. So we've got pile 1 with the ametrine wand. Pile 2 has this chrysoprase heart. Pile 3 is the rough cut rose quartz. Yeah, it actually is rose quartz. I don't know if you can tell in the picture. Pile 4 is this smoky quartz point. And number 5 is this blue apatite. Kind of looks like an earth. Okay, so go ahead, choose your pile. Timestamps will be down below, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this ametrine point, this is your reading. There we go. Okay, let's set that up right there. So let's start with the masculine side first. We have Loki, play, ascending the mountain, and the royal you. Okay. Then we'll start on the feminine side. Oster, new beginnings. I have no idea. I might have butchered that name. No clue. Hope not. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. And number 4, great and full. Now for the connecting energies, we have number 44, get to know each other. Number 21, the 12 dancing princesses. And confusion. Where can I put that? Okay, so let me look this over. Okay, so fair warning, this guy, this Loki masculine energy, may very well come off as, pardon my language, a fuckboy. I say what I see, you know, sorry, but it's not that he actually is. It's not that he actually is. He just comes off that way in the beginning, which is why you have this get to know each other card, because you are going to have to get to know each other before you can make any final decisions. What I'm seeing here is that this person is enjoying his life. This masculine energy is enjoying his life as a bachelor. Here in the 12 Dancing Princesses, this story talks about these 12 princesses. And I really feel that this energy is more for him than her. Okay. These 12 dancing princesses love to go, they love to sneak out and go dancing in the woods, no chaperones. It's all very magical. It's a fairy tale. This is a fairy tale deck. It is what it is. So they go to this enchanted forest and they have this wonderful dancing time every night. And their father is very mad. The king does not like this because he wants his princesses to grow up to be queens and breed other princesses. So he wants to have someone catch his princesses, find out where they're going. So many guys attempt to wrangle in these princesses. One succeeds. He's very charming. He's very pleasant. He's very good looking. And the moral of the story is these girls only wanted to give up their fun time. Only wanted to give up that part of themselves to someone who was worthy of giving it up to. And that is what I'm seeing here in this Loki energy. He is going to, he's really genuinely stuck in his bachelor state. He loves his bachelor state. He doesn't think he wants to give it up at all, ever, probably. And then you come along, or she comes along, feminine energy. I'm sorry, I'm making assumptions that it's mostly feminine energies watching this, but if I'm wrong, let me know. He meets this feminine energy and it throws him for a loop because suddenly he's not so sure that he wants to be such a bachelor anymore. He's not so sure that he wants to be free and live it up and be a fuckboy, flirt around and not actually give any one woman or feminine energy his dedicated time. And then we have Oster, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. But she is the Germanic goddess of spring. And this girl, this feminine energy, she meets this guy and she doesn't really think that he is what she's looking for. But some circumstances will come to pass. Not telling me just yet, but I'll pull some cards and we'll find out. It looks like circumstances will bring them in and out of each other's lives. And her first impression of him, feminine's first impression of the masculine, will have to be overcome over time. And in the meantime, masculine is busy struggling because there is a sense of responsibility here. The royal you speaks to being independent, but also taking responsibility for one's actions. And masculine knows that this feminine energy is not someone to be played with, which is beautiful because it means that from the get-go, this masculine energy is already respecting hardcore this feminine energy, whether she sees it or not. There is going to be this pull towards this feminine energy for the masculine because there is just something that tells him to keep going forward, keep taking steps toward this person. And it might take some time for this feminine energy to get over that first impression because she already feels like she has what she wants. She might already be in a relationship, to be honest. She might already feel that she's in the place that she wants to be when these two first meet. But over time, those circumstances will change. And the two of you, whether you actually get together or not, soulmates don't always get together, but whether the two of you actually get together or not, there will be eventually a mutual desire for one another. Okay, so I am going to pull some tarot cards. For this reading, I'm going to go with Ceccoli Tarot. So a little bit more detail about how this relationship pans out, please. Okay, there's definitely a balance here necessary, a balancing act for both of you, because as you get to know each other, like I said, your opinions of one another are going to alter over time. And you will, Six of Swords, you will, it looks like it'll be a little bit rocky in the beginning. Like you might not like each other, or one of you might not like the other. And you'll eventually start to row into those calmer waters there. I have Six of Wands. I'm thinking with the Six of Wands there, someone's going to make, if you don't end up together, someone is going to make the first move on the other. It's not going to be one of those mutual longing for, but nobody says anything situations. Somebody's going to say something. Somebody is definitely going to say something. Okay, we'll pull three more for clarification. If we could clarify that Two of Pentacles. Six of Coins. Okay, so this is through this is a lot more just sharing of energy. It looks like the number 6 is going to be pretty important to the two of you. You might meet in, what, June? Yeah, June. You might meet in a year that ends in 6. You might meet on a day that adds up to 6. Something like that. One of your life path numbers might be 6. 10 of Coins. Possible you might meet through work, or you might meet through family, or you could just be really lucrative together if you end up marrying. And then we have the Justice card. It feels like the two of you balance each other out with this playfulness here, and the masculine views the feminine as very sweet, caring, nurturing. And he's more fun-loving and playful, responsible, but fun-loving. And I think the two of you bring out something in each other that normally without each other would not occur. Okay, so I am going to, I'm going to roll some astro dice and see if we get any good information about signs here. Okay, so Jupiter, Cancer, and what is that? The 12th house. Okay. So that's Pisces energy, that's Cancer, 12th house, 4th house, Jupiter. I'm definitely sensing some Pisces or some Sagittarius. Honestly, this feels like Sagittarius energy. The masculine really feels to me like Sagittarius energy. And this feels more like watery sensitivity and nurturing, very Cancerian, but also could be Piscean. Okay, so I'm going to end this here. I really hope it was helpful. Let me know in the comments if it was or was not. I would love to hear either way. If you like this video, please feel free to subscribe, like this video, and I really hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. If you chose this chrysoprase heart, and this is your reading. So we'll start with, I like to start off with masculine energy on one side, and feminine on the other. And then we've got connecting energies in the middle. So Hermes, communication. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. And number 6, it is what it is. Okay, for the feminine, we have Persephone and cycles. Wondrous universe. Walk in beauty. And number 44, divine matrix. And then for our connecting energies, we have be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. For our Faerytale Oracle, we have the Tinderbox Soldier. And for our Steampunk Flower Oracle, we have Courage, the Snapdragon. Oops. Right there. Okay. So let me just look this over real quick. Okay, so let's start off with the energy between Hermes and Persephone. Same pantheon, interestingly enough. And the story between Hermes and Persephone is before Persephone became the goddess of the underworld, the goddess of cycles, and the wife of Hades, she was pursued by many of the various gods, and Hermes was one of them. But mommy didn't think that anybody was good enough for her baby girl, so it didn't happen. The only way anything ever happened was if somebody stole her away. Different story, doesn't matter here. Although it might, actually, if we think about it. I'll get to that in a minute. But Persephone is now goddess of the underworld, queen of the underworld. And Hermes often visits the underworld to leave messages with Hades, and is sometimes viewed as a psychopomp, which means he helps to bring the spirits of the dead to the underworld. So he visits Persephone on a regular basis. There is a definite, if not affection, there's at least a friendship. And when I say affection, I mean if they don't have absolute feelings for one another already, there's at least a friendship going on there. So I feel as though there's a very good chance that these two soulmates, this masculine and this feminine, already know each other to a certain extent. And this masculine is sort of coming at it like, it is what it is. The situation is what it is. He knows, this masculine energy knows who he wants, what he wants, but the situation is what it is. And he's not going to push things yet. At least that's the energy as of now, as of the beginning of the friendship, if you haven't met yet. But this masculine energy just sees this Persephone persona as incredibly beautiful. Everything a woman ought to be. See, wondrous universe, walk in beauty, divine matrix. She is his goddess. Not just a goddess, she is his goddess. This masculine energy absolutely adores this feminine energy. And he is going to be there for that feminine energy, regardless of whether they are actually ever together or not. And in the meantime, we have this potential, this buildup of energy here. The Tinderbox Soldier. Number 11, which is I said this wasn't about twin flames, but there is a chance that this could be a twin flame because we've got an 11 here. Never rule anything out. A soulmate can also be a twin flame and vice versa. But the Tinderbox Soldier is about ambition. It is a story about a soldier who meets a witch who wants him to find the tinderbox with the key in it and get this treasure. The treasure is guarded by these 3 dogs, and only the person who has the tinderbox can get past the 3 dogs because he will be their master. But she doesn't tell him that part. She only tells him the part where if he gets her the tinderbox, he can master these dogs, get what he wants, and then bring her the key. Well, he figures out that he could just kill her. He could just chop off her head, keep the treasure for himself, be the master of these dogs. In the end, he gets a princess. And there's the concept here of questionable decision making. But having said that, there's also the question of, if he had not killed the witch, would the witch have killed him to keep her secret and just taken whatever gold he took? Would she have stabbed him in the back? Was this a move of self-defense? So also keep in mind, he is a soldier. And because he's a soldier, killing is kind of what he does. It's his occupation. It doesn't really mean all that much to him. It might, but it might not. So there is a question here of, what will we do to get what we want? And then we have the Courage card. So someone here may be making it could be either energy really, maybe making questionable decisions within this relationship, outside of the relationship, either way. But what I'm getting from this entire thing is that regardless of the decisions that are made, both of these energies are going to be supportive of one another. If bad decisions are made within the relationship, and I don't think that's the case, unless it is like Persephone, one of these energies are in a relationship with someone else, and possibly the masculine, but it could be the feminine too, decides to take matters into their own hands to make this other energy, this counterpart energy, theirs. That's not going to be the case for most, but it will be the case for some. But in other cases, it will be more along the lines of someone making a bad decision in life in general. And the other person is just going to be there for them. They are going to support them. They are going to help them through. They are going to be a devoted friend, regardless of any romantic feelings. They are willing to push aside any romantic feelings to benefit the other person, because that's just how dedicated they are to that person. So let me get you some tarot cards, and we'll get some more details, okay? Okay, and for you, we're going to go with the Crystal Visions Tarot, because it's just what I'm feeling for this deck. I don't know. Okay, so we've got Transformation, the Death card. I do feel that this friendship will, for most, this relationship will absolutely transform and deepen into something more. Okay, and we've got the Moon. Like I said, one of you, maybe both of you at some point, may be going through a dark night of the soul where you really have to sort out how you feel about this connection, how you feel about things in general in relationship to this connection. Okay? Ten of Swords, an ending and I'm moving away from, and that might not be this relationship, this connection. It might be that something else has to end before you can pick up this connection and carry it forward. Okay. Let's get you 3 more cards for clarification. Let's clarify that death card. 4 of Cups. I feel like for a while, it'll feel like nothing is ever quite the way you want it to be. Now, especially if there's another relationship, if someone else has another person, if someone else has another situation. It's just never going to be the situation between the two of you that you want until this death card happens, until this transformation occurs. And we've got Temperance. And I feel that the way that you guys are going to move through this dark night of the soul energy is just by feeling it out. Probably feeling it out together. What works for you? What works for you? Well, what works for you? Well, this works for me and this works for me. You see what I'm saying? Because you have to communicate. You have to talk it out. And that Hermes is the god of communication. He's going to want to communicate anyway. And then we have the Star. So I feel like it's going to be a long time coming, but you will eventually get there. If you don't, it's because for one reason or another, one of you chose not to. Okay. And then just for the record, on the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Wands. And that speaks to this relationship is worth it, but it's going to be a struggle to get there. Okay. So just to wrap things up, I'm going to go ahead and get you some Astro Dice. And we've got Sagittarius, the Moon, the Moon, right on the Moon. And we've got the 10th house, which is Capricorn, Saturn energy. We've got Jupiter, Sagittarius energy, Cancer, 4th house energy, and the Moon. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was informative. Please let me know in the comments whether it resonated, whether it didn't. I want to know either way. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose this chunk of rough cut rose quartz, this is your reading. Okay, let's get into it. So we'll start off with the masculine. First, we've got Zeus, leadership. Fogged in. Go slow, take time. And number 14, beautiful uncaging. And then for the feminine, we have Oya, power. Journey by moonlight, believe in magic. And number 5, body and soul. Okay, something interesting already, but we'll go into that in a minute. Okay, so we have, for your oracle cards, number 33, appreciate this moment. Number 41, the Nixie of Mill Pond, memory. And we have this flower card, deceit. Okay. So I feel as though going into this, okay, already we have Zeus, who is in the Greek pantheon. He is the head guy. He is the god in charge, the god of the gods. And then over here with Oya, we have power. We have 14 here and 5 here. 14, 1 plus 4 adds up to 5. We have a 5 here. 41, 4 plus 1 equals 5. So we've got 5 and 5, and then we've got another 5. 5 is the number of challenges. And you both have the number and also the number here in the middle. And then you have the number 33, 3 and 3. I really feel as though the two of you are each other's equal. You are equal in power. You are equal in reputation. You are equal possibly in status. You are each other's equivalent. However, because of this number 5 being so prominent in the reading, I really feel like this is going to be a tough connection. I do. With this fogged in, I feel as though this masculine energy might have a difficult time. And I believe that power, body, and soul, the feminine won't take less than she deserves. She embodies what she deserves. She knows what she's capable of, and she won't let anyone cut her short. Now, with the Nixie of Mill Pond, this story is about, I think it was a farmer. It really doesn't matter whether it was a farmer or what it was. Makes a promise to this Nixie in exchange for something. I forget what it was. He promises her that he will, or give her the hand of his son, his infant son, as he gets older. And then he makes his son promise never to go near water where he might run into this Nixie. So he tries to withhold his end of the bargain. And in the end, it doesn't work out well for him, because in fairy tales, what you promise is what you're going to give, whether you do it directly or indirectly. But the whole point of this is, with the Nixie of Mill Pond and this deceit card, and also believing in magic, I believe that although with appreciate this moment, every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. You have the opportunity with this person. This masculine energy has the opportunity with you, or with with this feminine energy. I'm sorry, I tend to assume that it's mostly females watching. If you're a male, take it as it resonates, okay? There is a chance for this relationship to work, but it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time, specifically for this masculine energy to come to terms with the idea of being in a relationship with a woman that is his equivalent. This feminine energy may or may not have the patience for that. But with this beautiful encaging, it shows that it will happen over time. If you believe, if this feminine energy has the patience and believes in the possibility, then by all means, it could happen. But the way that I feel about this particular reading is, just because someone is your soulmate doesn't make them good for you long term. Sometimes there's a lesson to be learned. Sometimes there's karma to work out. But you have the choice as to whether or not you want to work that karma out. You can say, nah, you know what, I'm good. I don't actually need this. So you can take this reading as sort of a forewarning in what you want to look for, the signs that you want to look for, and what you want to avoid if this does not feel like it's worth the energy to you. Because either way, you're going to take some lesson from this whole thing. Both of you will. It's just it's an energy exchange. You're going to learn something from the other. But I feel like there would be some sort of deceit involved. It feels a little toxic, not gonna lie. It feels like it would work itself out in the long run, but I can't honestly say that it feels 100% healthy. So I don't take it for what it is. Take it how it resonates. There is an opportunity. It's just a matter of whether you want to take it or not. Okay, so we're going to pull some tarot cards. Okay. This does feel like a very powerful connection. It feels like alpha couple energy. Okay. But within any alpha relationship, you're going to deal with some sort of power struggle. Unless you, over time, work out which areas in life one can handle and which area the other will handle and which one you'll talk out. Okay, so we've got this Two of Cups. Okay. So you will get along. It's not like you won't get along. You'll get along beautifully. And it is absolutely like it's almost like a predestined thing. You are going to go through some stuff with this person. You can drop it if you want, but something's going to happen. King of Wands. I feel like this person, this masculine energy, may be very forward and coming towards you. I also feel like they may, the masculine in dealing with the feminine may try to take on the very alpha role. I also feel like you're going to meet each other at work. It's felt like that through the whole reading, to be honest. I feel like you're going to meet at work. You're maybe competing for the same position, or maybe you're already in the same position. And we have the Queen of Cups. You're going to have to be very intelligent, emotionally intelligent in how you go about dealing with each other. And I do see at some point that someone is going to walk away. It doesn't have to be permanent. And it might even be intentionally, again, with this deceit, it might even be a threat of, if things don't change, I'm leaving, with no actual intent of leaving. And then we've got this Five of Wands, which is, I mean, that is the struggle card. That is the challenge and struggle card. It is also a card of learning, though. You will learn lessons together. You will learn lessons about dealing with one another. You will learn a lot together. And you will learn a lot because of each other. But I really feel that it's going to end up being a matter of, do you want to learn these lessons with this person? Because it's either worth it to you or it's not. You know, we have multiple soulmates. You don't have to focus on this one if it doesn't feel worth it to you. Okay, so we've got the Moon. I think that's the third time in 3 piles we've gotten the Moon. First house. So that's air. We've got Cancer. Queen of Cups is also Cancer. We've got Aries, which is not King of Wands. That's typically more Leo, but it is fire still. And then we've got Libra, which is the 7th house in the house of relationships. So this is a take it or leave it scenario. You might want to give it a chance and get to know each other before you decide for certain that it's not worth it, because it might be worth it. I won't lie. There are relationships out there that aren't easy that are still worth it. It doesn't always have to be easy, at least not in the beginning, but it's ultimately your decision. Worth it, not worth it. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop it here. I really hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments. Did it resonate? Did it not? I want to know either way. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. If you chose this smoky quartz point, this is your reading. So let's get into it. We'll start off with the masculine energy first, move on to the feminine, and then we'll show the connecting energies. Okay, so for the masculine, we've got Vishnu, balance. Staying focused, hold the course. And number 8, into me I see. Okay, for the feminine energy, we've got Hera, commitment. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Number 41, a higher view. And then for the connecting energies, we have true love. This love is once in a lifetime. Number 17, Bluebeard, taboos, and danger. Okay, so let me look this over real quick. Okay, so the first thing that I'm seeing here is we have Vishnu, a god of balance. And essentially, he balances out good and evil. But it feels like in this reading, you see the way he's kind of leaning towards the feminine? It feels like he's been out of balance for a while. It feels like before Hera came into the picture, before this higher perspective, this higher view that she brings into the picture, and this gratitude that he feels for her. I mean, it feels like he was kind of a player. Yeah. Into me I see. And what this card speaks about, essentially, is seeing into yourself and holding yourself accountable. Knowing who you are, what you need, and understanding that there are some changes that need to be made in order for you to get to it. Staying focused. I feel as though this masculine energy is very dedicated. As dedicated as this feminine energy could ever ask. But there is a danger here. There is a card that speaks of taboos. In the Bluebeard story, it talks about this man named Bluebeard who marries, and this girl is told when he leaves, you can go into any room in the house, and he has a mansion full of rooms. You have the key to all of the doors, but don't use the key to go into this one room. It's like saying, don't look down. You're going to look down. Well, she fought her curiosity off for a little bit, and then she goes into the room. And the first thing that she discovers is that it's a room full of the bodies of all of his previous wives that went into the room that he asked them not to go into. Now, in this story, she ends up safe. She does escape. Her family finds out, and he is held responsible for his actions. It feels as though this masculine energy has quite a past. Maybe sexually, maybe in terms of fetishes. And it's something that could pose a threat to the relationship itself if this feminine energy were to go digging for it. That's not to say that this relationship wouldn't work out. Okay? True love. This love is once in a lifetime. It doesn't get any better than that, really. But there's going to have to be some understanding involved, I feel. This feminine energy with a higher view might have to take the high road every now and then. It's almost like staying focused. It's almost like this Vishnu masculine energy is having to bring himself out of a past, staying focused, dedication to this woman who is very committed and deserves as much commitment as she gives. Okay? But I feel that if you go digging too far, you're going to come up with some skeletons in the closet. That's not to say that you can't get through those skeletons, that it's a huge deal. But when you do, be understanding of it. And masculine, if you're watching, if she goes digging for information about your past, it's better to get it out in the open. It's better to allow each other to understand one another. And honestly, this is just my opinion. This is not the cards. If you can't understand each other on a personal level and be understanding of one another's past, are they meant for you if they can't handle your past? I'm going to say no, but that's just my personal opinion. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get some cards, tarot cards. We're going to go with the Fenestra deck. Right away, that wants to pop out. 5. There was a lot of 5 energy in the last pile too, interestingly enough. Another 5, okay. You will be challenged by one another. There's no doubt about that. Knight of Wands. You have to do some exploring together. Ten of Swords. Actually, you know what? With this clarifying card, I feel like, I feel like this 5 of coins being clarified by this 10 of Swords is actually showing that this is going to be the end of this masculine energy feeling like an outcast. With this feminine energy coming into his life, accepting him for who he is, understanding, being understanding of who he is and who he was. He's going to stop feeling like an outcast. Okay, let's clarify that 5 of Swords, because that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that, actually. 7. Okay. This defeated attitude is going to be replaced by a certain patience. Okay, and that feels more like the feminine. The feminine may, at first, when she learns of the masculine's past, feel a bit defeated. Like, I don't know if I can handle this. Because some stuff can be a lot. Some people have some histories that can be a lot. But with time, as you grow your relationship, as you sit and think about the hows and the whys and 9 of Cups. All I'm saying is have patience. Even if it feels like you're having a hard time dealing with someone's past, don't judge right away. Don't walk away right away. Hang out. Learn to understand them. Why they did the things that they did when they did them. Some people do things that we would consider to be absolutely horrible just because they weren't feeling loved. They weren't feeling accepted. They weren't feeling the caring that they assumed everyone else around them was getting. They weren't getting compassion. And in terms of that feminine energy, that might be exactly where you come into play. And that might be exactly why the two of you fit together so perfectly. Okay, and then we have this 9 of Cups, which is very hospitable energy. emotionally understanding, giving, considerate, loving, embracing. This is really beautiful, actually. I'm going to get you guys one more card. Just because. Oh, the world. Okay. That's really pretty. That's beautiful. So I really feel like it could be tough going into it, but it'll work out so beautifully that you guys will actually somewhat complete each other. Okay? So I'm just going to get these astro dice going. Oh, look at that. You guys are the first deck not to get the moon. Sun. Sun. Truth. Also Leo. Sagittarius, which is the Knight of Wands. Look at that. Beautiful. Ninth house energy. Something to learn. Could learn from each other. 11th house. That's Aquarius. So we've got Aquarius, Sagittarius, Leo coming into play. Okay. So I really hope that this resonated for you guys. If nothing else, I hope it was helpful in some way. Let me know in the comments one way or another if it helped, if it didn't, if it resonated, if it didn't. And if you like this reading, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And I wish you all the best of days. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye. Hi, Pile 5. If you chose this blue apatite palm stone, this is your reading. So we'll start off with the masculine energy first, then lead into the feminine, and then the connecting energies. So for the masculine, we have Poseidon, flow, impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. Number 24, let it go. For the feminine, we have Joan of Arc, view from above, get the big picture. And number 23, healing the heart. And for connecting energies, we have the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. Number 16, Rumpelstiltskin, secrets, and ambition. Okay, so let me look this over real quick. Okay, so the first thing I'm picking up on here is that, first off, we have number 23, healing the heart, and of the same oracle, which is the oracle of the 7 energies. We've got number 24, let it go. So you have two people coming together, the masculine and the feminine, and it really feels like both are experiencing breakup energy. You know, when the two of you find each other, you will be coming out of a breakup. It really feels, this pile really feels like the masculine and the feminine are relearning how to love with one another. You have this masculine energy that's just sort of flowing. Poseidon is the god of water, so flow is a big thing. He's coming out of this energy of healing from a breakup. He's learning to let go of the past. He's learning to let go of the heartbreak. But he might be in an energy right now where he's not quite ready. When I say right now, I mean when the two of you meet, where he's not quite ready to go into a new relationship. He's still reflecting. That masculine energy is still in reflection. It's still paused to relearn himself and Then we've got the feminine over here who is coming from a place of faith, possibly blind faith, but faith. She's healing her heart. This feminine energy is. And we're seeing that the feminine has a bit more of an optimistic outlook. Okay. And then with the connecting energies, the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. See, you're relearning how to love. And then we've got the story of Rumpelstiltskin. With Rumpelstiltskin, this girl is essentially told by her father and the king that she has to go hang out in the king's castle and spin straw into gold, which she can't do. But her father's been bragging about her, and he's put her in an awkward position. Now she's got to spin straw into gold, or she gets to die for the lies that her father made. Not cool, obviously. And then she makes this promise to Rumpelstiltskin. And Rumpelstiltskin helps her spin straw into gold. Now, what I'm getting from this is, with the Rumpelstiltskin card, both of these energies were put in a bad position in their past relationships. So when they come together, they're going to be healing one another. And with this ambition card, it feels like, you know, you have this ambition to have a healthy, happy relationship. This may or may not be a permanent relationship, but the point is, you are healing together. You're learning how to love again. You're learning how to have faith in relationships, in love. So let me get a tarot deck. I'll go with the Shadowscapes Tarot. Okay, the Sun. That's a nice optimistic card. The Star, hope for the future. Also lovely. I mean, if you think about it, the sun is a star, right? It's just a close one. The Fool, taking off on your own and doing things your own way, except together. Okay, so far we've got nothing but major arcana, so it feels like this is going to be significant for both parties. Okay, so we've got the Five of Swords. Yep. Shedding light and healing. Shedding light and healing on this defeatist attitude that we're coming out of, specifically with the male or the masculine energy. And then we've got the Justice card. And I think what we're seeing here is there's a balancing out in terms of your ambition, your hope for the future together. You're going to balance each other out. Now, maybe one had a much worse experience than the other, or one had equally bad but has a better attitude, and the two of you are just going to come together and you're going to balance each other's outlook out and sort of give each other more hope. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles, also more balance for your expectations, balancing out of what you want in a relationship, what you expect in a relationship. Just an overall, this is just a very healing pile. I'm going to go ahead and get to your Astro dice now. Okay, so we've got 8th house, Scorpio energy. Leo and the Sun. There might be some strong Leo energy here. Also, the Sun and the Star represent, the Sun is the Sun, obviously. The Sun rules Leo, and the Star rules Aquarius. They're right across the chart from each other. So we might have polar opposites coming together, and that will also sort of balance your relationship out. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments if it resonated or not. I want to hear either way. If you like this video, please hit that like, subscribe button, and have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Bye.